Hijack is a new thriller on Apple TV Plus starring Idris Elba, so let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Apple TV Plus. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. Told in real time, Hijack is a tense thriller that follows the journey of a hijacked plane as it makes its way to London over a 7-hour flight, and authorities on the ground scramble for answers. So the plane on its way to London is 7 hours. The show is 7 hours long, told in real time. The plane with the hijackers and Idris Elba and the passengers on board, but then we also have the story of the people on the ground that are trying to find out who the hijackers are and get everybody to safety. So you have two separate stories going on, but it's all centered around this hijacked plane. I was impressed with how this show was able to maintain its intensity throughout. From its initial setup in episode 1 to the last episode of episode 7, it's tense from beginning to end. Whenever you're in the sky with people on the plane, the hijackers, a group of people, and Idris Elba trying to negotiate with everybody, and you have the captain that's trying to protect the crew and the passengers on board, everything with that, the atmosphere within it is absolutely terrifying. There was a certain point in the series, kind of towards the end of it, where I was getting very emotional because of how close the hijackers were to their goals. Watching the hijackers take over this plane, it was hard to watch. It was very emotional. You see everybody's reaction to it all. It felt very raw, and it maintained that intensity throughout whenever the plane was in the sky. And you have Idris Elba trying to negotiate. He's very good at trying to calm people down and then work his way out of the situation and help people along the way. Idris Elba is really good in here. His presence is very calm, something needed to calm down the hijackers and come to an understanding. I like his performance in here. There's at times where he needs to get involved with the action scenes, which we've seen him in action movies before. He's really good at it. I didn't have any doubt that he would be good in these heightened action scenes. But when it comes down to the negotiation and the calm presence of his character, I do feel like this could be somebody that would negotiate something on the planes. But the way he's able to kind of meet them at their level, but as a chance to understand the hijackers and their goals, it's absolutely terrible. But the way that he's able to kind of insert himself into the situations, we deepen the story and their hijacker's goal. And then you have the moments of the people on the ground that are trying to find out everything that's going on and protect family members as well. It's not as intense as it is on the plane, but it is interesting to see how they can navigate things, try to find family members of the hijackers to get information that they need. What goes on behind the scenes on the ground during a situation like this. It is tense, not as intense as the hijackers in the plane, but it moves really quick. There's no downtime in the plane or on the ground as well. With the show being 7 hours, and as each episode goes along, it's like this clock is ticking down. And that leads to a really suspenseful last episode, a very emotional one as well. But as each episode moves along, you do feel that urgency, not only with Idris Elba and the passengers on the plane, but also the people on the ground as well, as they are scrambling for these answers, trying to get to the bottom of everything. And as the clock is ticking, it just ramps up that intensity. Started off very strong. Very, very strong. The way that the hijackers took over the plane and tell everybody their demands. But as the series moves along, the intensity and urgency is only growing. When you actually learn of the agenda of the hijackers, it starts to add this whole new story to it and makes you look at everything that happened already on the plane. And they try to not keep things the same. It's not trying to be a repetitive series. It's not trying to have like the hijackers stop people from attacking them on the plane. they do a lot more on the ground, and then connecting everything, and then having these surprises along the way of what the actual agenda is and what the people are trying to accomplish. So throughout the series, they added new things to surprise you and keep you on your toes, and only adds to that urgency in the show. But Hijack is a quick 7-hour intense ride from beginning to end. It does get emotional to the end, as you feel like their plane may crash, and watching everybody call their family members. But the performances are really good. It's realistic. Everybody's reaction to a plane being hijacked, it's absolutely terrifying. The performances match what I would feel like if someone hijacked the plane that I was on. The pacing is really good, and there is hardly any downtime, and it's just quickly moving with action and intense moments throughout. So before I give you my score for Hijack on Apple TV Plus, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit the subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give Hijack a B+. Thank you guys for checking out my review for Hijack, the new Apple TV Plus series. Have you guys seen it by chance? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.